Hey everybody, it's John Swantek from PGA Tour Live, and I am jonesing for PGA Tour tournament coverage just as much as you are, and I know our guest is as well. He is one of the most tenacious competitors on the PGA Tour. He's won 4 times on the tour, and I'm sure he's crawling out of his skin, ready to get back to competition. But Kevin Na is just going to have to wait like the rest of us and revisit his match with Bubba Watson at last year's World Golf Championships Dell Technologies match play during group play early in the week in Austin, Texas. Kevin, thanks for some time. How you doing? What's happening with you and the gang out there in Las Vegas?
Our golf course, Southern Highlands, is open, but I haven't been out there yet. I've been just kind of resting at home.
So before we get into the match, I do want to ask you about a text conversation you actually had with Bubba before that match in group play. Can you relate what that conversation was like?
I think I said something like, "Hey, I screen captured like our matchup, and I said, 'Do you know this guy? I hear this guy's pretty good.'" And he said, "He's all right. He's more of a male model than a pro golfer." That was his response. And we had a little fun text exchange before we teed it up, and we're always good friends. We like to joke a little bit, and just trying to see what any fun comments he had.
Well, you must have been highly motivated. I mean, this is a 2-time Masters champion, and he was defending his title in Austin at that time.
Yes, I mean, he was one of the favorites, defending champion, obviously a world-class player, 2-time Masters champion. I mean, I was definitely the underdog, but it was at a golf course where it doesn't fit one style of play. You don't have to bomb it. You have to make a lot of putts, which I'm good at, and I was pretty confident going into the match.
All right, let's get into the match here. Something tells me you relish that underdog role, certainly, and we'll pick it up kind of in the middle of the match. Bubba was already 2 up here, Kevin. If he holds this, you go 3 down, and that's almost insurmountable.
Ooh, I mean, that was close. I mean, when you're 2 down with 9 to go, and on the number 9, 3 down and 2 down is a big difference. And I was fortunate that didn't go in. This week I was struggling with the neck injury. I don't know if you saw the little bit of that tape on my neck. And this hole was where it changed everything. Out of the fairway bunker on the right, I had a terrible tee shot. I hit I think a 5-wood out of there, and basically had no shot. I was just kind of hitting, praying, and I hit a really good shot. Got a couple good bounces to about 7 feet.
Yeah, that was incredible. And that's sort of the ebb and flow of match play. I mean, you hit a remarkable recovery shot, get a great bounce, and Bubba does not get the bounce, and he's got to go to work from off the green there.
Yeah, I mean, one hole, one way or the other, really changes the momentum of match play. And this putt was, what do? I walked it right in, and that was a big putt for me to win that hole, to get it all squared. I was down all day.
Yeah, so fighting back when you came to 15 here and coming in from the left-hand rough.
Ooh, and coming out of that rough, downwind, definitely. This is Austin Country Club, a beautiful golf course. You can see the bridge in the back. It was a great view.
And a tough one here for Bubba.
Bubba was a little bit in trouble also. Bubba's get pretty creative. He's got a lot of talent. He can pull off this shot, but thankfully he did it.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy, Kevin. So much creativity and ingenuity. You always have to expect that Bubba's going to pull off the shot when he needs to, but he had some issues here, didn't he?
Yes. In match play, you can't assume that somebody's going to make a mistake, or you can't hope somebody's going to make a mistake, because that's not the mindset you want. If he makes a mistake, then you're like, whoa, that was a bonus, and that was a present. But it was a tough shot out there on that one, and it kind of opened the doors for me right here. And it's one thing I can do is chip and putt.
Yeah, Bubba's still at it here. I'm wondering how much of the match play format fits your golfing style and how feisty of a competitor you are. I would think you kind of relish the moment.
I do. I really like match play. I've had some good performances here at Dell Match Play. It's a great golf course for me. And when you're a good putter, you have that edge on match play, because when you got a 10, 12 footer for a par or a birdie, and your opponent's like, oh, maybe he's gonna make it, maybe he's not, and you keep making those putts, you gotta get under his skin, and you gotta get to him, and they're gonna make mistakes because they're gonna feel like they have to force something to do something special to beat you.
Yeah, that was at 16, the par 5 up the hill and into the wind. So Bubba has this is a tough one here, Kevin. Downhill line, short-sided.
Only thing you got is the wind going against. That's a great shot. It's as good as he could have hit it. It's about 10 feet.
And 16 was always going to be a 3-shot hole for you, but this was a really hard-working 4 for Bubba.
That was a good 4. I don't remember this one, but I remember some of my good shots, but not his shots.
So tied through 16, and
I think I remember this hole.
Little par 3 here, yeah.
Pin back left. You can barely see the pin because of the way the hole sits. I mean, probably that ball you can't really see it land because of that little bush there, and it looks like it's almost going to the hazard. You almost feel like you got to be taking the hazard on, a little bit of risk for you to hit it close. I think I remember when I got up to this hole, we were kind of similar distance. I looked at him, I said, good, and he said no.
That didn't fly, huh?
No. I guess he wanted to play. He's like, come on, man, we got to play. I said, all right, let's do it.
Well, eventually it was good. I mean, that was a tight hole location. Both you guys kind of squeezed him in there beautifully.
It was a waste of time.
Both make birdie. That's
yeah.
Right. So let's go to 18, and it's sort of reachable for Bubba here, right?
It's a big advantage for Bubba. He can drive this green, the pin in the front right, and he had a great tee shot. And we weren't sure where it ended up, but we knew it was pretty good. Ooh, that almost got on the green. But, I stuck to my game plan. I laid up. I hit an iron off the tee because driver, if I get lucky, I can get close, but I can't get it into that bunker probably, and it would leave me an awkward chip to a front pin short-sided. So stuck to my game plan and laid up.
So knowing Bubba was up there close to the green, not exactly, but you knew he was close, would you have been content with securing a half point with a 4 here at 18?
I figured I needed to make birdie to get a half, and the match we had, it was a great match, and a half would have been a good, good match for me. That was just inside 10 feet, and I had a great shot, and I figured Bubba was going to be inside me, and I figured I'd have to make that putt to apply pressure. But I was right next, just on the other side of the. I watched this thing go right back.
Yes. Tried to help it out, just thump it with that shoulder, and now he's still in there. He's going to pick it up.
Did this,
You're down there with the
and I looked at Kenny. I looked at Bubba. I was like, "What just happened?"
15 seconds later.
I mean, that happened so quickly. Can you believe how swiftly it all just unraveled for Bubba there at the last hole?
I guess in match play, you just never know. One really good shot can win you the match, and one bad shot can lose you the match.
So you came out of that group, and you advanced to the round of 16. You beat Justin Rose 2-up. We won't dwell on the Molinari match because he got you 6 and 5. We won't dwell on that, Kevin, because you had a great week there.
Justin Rose, obviously a great competitor. If he wins the match against me that week, he becomes world #1 again. And then it was a great match. I think I made something like 8 birdies in 18 holes, and it went all the way down to 18. I was pleased to get to the quarterfinals. Just to get to the quarterfinals with my neck injury, I was pretty pleased with the week.
You've had a terrific season, a victory in Las Vegas. You've won there twice in your adopted hometown. You're 11th in FedEx Cup points race. So the next scheduled event, as it stands right now, Kevin, is the Charles Schwab Challenge in late May. We hope we're playing PGA Tour golf that week, and I know you do as well because you'll be defending your title there, hopefully, in Fort Worth.
Yes, hopefully, everybody beats this coronavirus, and we start playing golf soon. And as of now, Colonial is the first tournament that's scheduled to play, and I'm defending. So I'm really looking forward to playing there, and I'm hoping that I get to play and defend my title at Colonial. I had some great memories last year, and I want to be able to show up at Colonial Country Club and see my name on that wall on the first tee, and who knows, maybe repeat at this is Charles Schwab and win another car. The car goes to a lot of shows worldwide, and he'll they'll come and pick up the car and they'll take it to the shows. They went to Middle East. It was in Los Angeles. And then he just got his car back in Orlando, so he's driving it around the weekends.
All right, last thing. I know Leo's probably a little young, but does Sophia know how to walk him in like Daddy?
Oh, we're teaching her. We're teaching her how to walk. And then Leo's definitely gonna be playing golf. Sophia likes golf, but only when I'm playing, and she's more into fashion. But I think our son Leo is gonna be a great golfer. He's got big legs, so it'll be good.
All the best to you and your gang out there, Kevin. Thanks for hanging with us today. We hope we see you out there soon, and hopefully in Fort Worth in late May.
Thanks, John. Thanks for inviting me.